If you're wondering today how to get started with content marketing, create content that your potential buyers actually will read and AI will love, then watch this video because I break it down into 5 steps you can do today very easily to start creating your own content that will help drive new sales. And like in my case, it helped us grow exponentially on organic traffic research, and it cut our sales cycle by half because we used it actively also in our sales cycle. So let's dive right in. Step number 1 is actually super simple. What you should talk about in your content is actually what your sales reps get asked every single day. So talk to them, go connect with them and ask, what were you asked this morning in a meeting, yesterday in a meeting? What do you have to repeat every single day? As an example, in my former job, we traveled the world. We got with partners to customers in a lot of places, like literally like all over the world. I went to India, to Thailand, to Italy, all these countries. But each and every time, because our company is from Montreal, Canada, people asked us, how will you do service? What happens if there's a breakdown? Will you come and visit? Where are the machines made? What are the guarantees? How much do they cost? All these questions. Eventually, we first made one article quickly addressing all these questions that we shared actively in the sales process. But later we dove deep into each and every question also in a video. So don't think too far. Just go out, ask your sales reps, what are these questions? And sometimes they will tell you, I don't know. I don't know what customers actually ask me, because they do it so many times every day, every week, that they kind of forget. So there are a couple of tips. What you can do at this point is, what are the emails they send out to customers? Like, show me your last emails you sent out. Can I attend a meeting with you? If it's a phone call, sit next to this person and listen. If it's obviously today with Zoom calls or team recordings, like just watch the recording and you will see you get a ton of questions out there, and you know these are the ones that your buyers right now ask. You can answer and then actively use, as you will see later in the sales process. Now, step number 2 is create each and every article you write, video you make about the big 5 topics. So even if you just get a question, you don't know exactly in what category it falls, it's either a pricing question, a problem fear question from a customer, they want to compare some things, you need a review to share, or it's a best of list, right? So what are the top machinery or machine solutions in our market? Because these are the big 5 topics, according to the They Ask You Answer principles that Google showed statistically as well. People want to know about these topics. And this is where actually today your big potential lies. Because chances are very high that your competitors are not addressing, for example, cost on their website. So if you know you get answers, obviously from your buyers, I'm pretty sure they will ask at some point, how much does it cost? So spin it as one of a cost article on your website. Explain in your industry, what does it cost to do XYZ? Like, what does a product in our industry, what does a packer cost? Obviously, this could vary from 10,000 to over 500,000. You need to break it down a little bit more into brackets of automation levels, for example, like we did. But for example, another point is always people say, customers don't ask me under problems or fears. Just think about when a customer asks you, what does the installation process look like? Or with a software, what's the onboarding process? In their head goes, what could go wrong if I buy this and then onboard this solution, or if they install the machine, what could go wrong? So are you willing to talk about the things that could go wrong when you onboard someone, to address how you can avoid it? This is how you win big. In our case, what we did at some point, clearly saying, hey, these are the 5 things that can go wrong typically during an installation. You address it, but you also give the solution right away. And what happened? Magically, a lot of customers were better prepared when we did the installation, though it's a big win-win. They build up trust in the sales process because we show them how we do installation, and on our side, we have a way smoother installation process after that. Now, point number 3 is very, very important, also very simple to do. Keep it simple when you talk and you write. Don't overcomplexify it, and here I'm talking also to all my friends out there that are German speaking and French speaking especially, because you can do long complex sentences, mainly these languages, and we tend to do it if we're in our technical brain mode. And often this translates into also how we write. Actually, what helped me a lot to simplify is thinking about explain it at a 12-year-old level with a very simple grammatical level, and keep it so in short sentences. Do it more like when you're talking to someone, really in sales discussions. Keep it at that level. Because the moment people start writing emails still, explaining something in an email, in a document, they try to make in one sentence so many different things. Just keep it very simple, short sentences, because also AI prefers when everything is so simple that it's at the level where everyone reads today on a conversational level. Now, step number 4 is one of the things to make right so that people actually continue reading beyond just the introduction. So what people actually still do wrong a lot of times, even if they want to talk about the right things in the article, they mention, hey, we are company ABC with 20 years of experience. Here we explain what it costs to work with us. Well, that's just very, very generic. That's not making people reading it and nodding their head and saying, yeah, they get me, they get my pain point. So you need to make sure whenever you write about something, you get their feeling, you get their connection. And one of the things that we use is the QQPP or the PEP method. And the QQPP is question, question, promise, preview. Okay, so here's an example of what you could do is, what is the real cost of machine downtime? How can you prevent costly repairs? I'll show you simple steps to keep your machines running smoothly. We'll cover maintenance tips, cost-saving strategies, and expert advice in this article. Obviously, you want to put a bit more around these simple sentences, but you get the point. You connect with them and saying out loud their pain points, their fears, and then you promise what you do and show what you actually will do. Now, here, an expert tip still adds some credibility, and this is why we always say use a personal author. So many companies still say, yeah, but our articles are a mix of so many expert views in one article. Absolutely fine, that's perfect. That's the way it should be, and that's good, really. But someone that reads wants to connect and build trust with not only just a company there without a face, with someone that actually wrote it. So it's really important to put an author face and an author person in there. And then you can say, in this article, you explain, hey, I'm Stefan. I've visited over 400 different production sites. And these are the things I have seen in terms of maintenance and repair mistakes over and over again. And here is my promise to you that I'll share what I learned so that you can avoid these mistakes. You see, the difference is I connect with them, I show them in a way that I want to help them with my expertise, and just on the side, yeah, I have visited over 400 production sites, meaning I have seen a lot of different companies actually doing pretty good work and seeing and learning and see what the bests do. Now, the last step is step number 5, and this is circling back now to the salespeople, because eventually these sales reps should be using this content in the sales process to move it faster, and this is what actually allows to cut your sales cycle drastically over time. Now, what you want to do here is, once you've written the article, it came out, you finalized it, show it to the salespeople, ask them actively for feedback. Because if they are not agreeing with what you wrote, they will never share it. They need to understand it. They need to see that, yeah, it's as simple as I would explain it to a customer, because these customers, think about it, they oftentimes don't know as much as you do. So there's the curse of knowledge coming in. When you write and you know a lot about the subject, you tend to over-complexify everything. So it needs to be very, very simple, and get all their feedback, improve it, and then make sure once you finalize, publish it, you share with the salespeople so that they know how to use it the next time. And then you can show them as well, hey, next time you can show this customer this article so they can read it at their own time to learn more about our products, our services, how we do business. Because this is actually the secret sauce right now. Once you start having good content, you want to share it actively in your sales process. Get your sales team using the content actively. Now here we go. You have the 5 steps to start today. Write and create some good content actively right now for your company. Now, if you want to know more about how to really get all your sales team bought into the same inbound marketing approach, that you actually can use the content to decrease your sales cycle, watch my next video where I explain all the details of how to get the sales team on board and how to make sure they actually use it to decrease your sales cycle. See you next time.